Family, for today's J Talk, I want to piggyback off of my last talk when I was talking about putting in the work. Sometimes putting in the work requires that we have to have self-reflection. A lot of times we blame the enemy for things that happen to us. The enemy's working on me, or this and that. Sometimes you are the enemy. And I'm not saying that in terms of like you being malicious towards someone else. I'm talking about towards yourself. Because a lot of times we don't take the time to reflect on our shortcomings. It's easy to see what other people are doing or not doing. But it's hard to pull up that mirror and take a look at ourselves and work on ourselves. That's all a part of growth. Praying to God and asking God to reveal what your shortcomings are, the things that you need to work on, and being able to accept that, reflect on it, and grow and become better every day. I always say it's not an overnight process. Nothing is. Success is not an overnight process. Becoming a better person is not an overnight process. A lot of times we have to be willing to be our biggest cheerleaders and biggest critics as well. That doesn't mean you have to beat yourself up, on every decision that you make or what is considered a failure in your eyes. But what that does mean is you have to be able to reflect on things that you need to work on in order to become the best version of yourself. And the more that we all work on ourselves, trust me, the better this world will be. That's my message for today.